Committed defensive leg foul, so caution and 2 for Hardy to pick up the win in the last 10 seconds.
We are underway. 132 pounds. Hardy in the blue, Lloyd in the red. Looks like Lloyd getting to his 2-on-1 early on. Minnesota still looking for that 48th champ in Cadet Greco. Utah looking for their 15th champ. Their last champ was Roy Nash, 220 pounds, back in 2012. So it's been a 3-year drought for Utah in Cadet Greco. Passivity warning on Hardy, about a minute in. Fun fact for you, got plenty of those. Cale Sanderson won Cadet Greco titles for Utah, 94-95.
Fun facts, you're full of them.
Actually, Jason Bryan is full of them and
relaying them to you.
He relays them.
2-on-1 here for Hardy, and we'll have a passivity warning here on Lloyd. His first, so next one on either guy will be a point.
And both guys really fighting for that 2-on-1, and it's just a matter of who's going to crack through first. Hardy's starting to take some ground. Mat official asking for passivity on Hardy, so 1 point on the board for Lloyd to open things up. I'm interested to see how they call these passivity warnings. You know, the consistency with which, obviously, it'll get better over time. But it's like trying to learn a whole new game of wrestling.
And there's the second passivity on Lloyd. So 1-1 on the board.
And both guys seem a little tentative here. You know, and, Lloyd actually looks like he may be blocking off a bit more.
Either guy really yet to commit to anything.
Exactly.
No.
We're going to have a passivity on Hardy. That's his third. No point on the board, as he's trying to crawl up the 2-on-1. Like I said, I'm interested to see how this is being called, because Hardy's, in my mind, actually trying to be a little aggressive, being more aggressive,
yeah,
at least in comparison to Lloyd.
Short time here in the period, and we're going to go to the break tied at 1.
You know, this is kind of the situation that I worry about with this rule set, is you've got guys who can't really find an opening on the feet. So next logical separation criteria in my mind is who can turn who.
Right.
You know, and we don't get to see that under this current rule set. But in freestyle, you got to take a guy down to get a turn. It's just a little bit harder to take a guy down in Greco than freestyle. Less options. But maybe it'll grow on me.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Back to action here in the second period. Knotted at 1. I believe it was Hardy who scored last, so he would own criteria right now, but I'm sure these won't be the last points we see on the board.
Now a little bit of action here. You saw it was Lloyd had, for a split second, had a front headlock advantage. It looks like Hardy's been picking up the pace. Lloyd gets hit with his passivity. I believe that's 3 apiece on both guys.
You're correct.
Good thing I was good at math in high school. Keep up with all these passivities. 2 minutes left. Our mat official's going to blow the whistle, and he's going to try to get some action. You know, these officials, they don't want to be the deciding factor in the match. And we haven't seen an offensive point scored, and it's up to the official. He's going to have to keep calling the passivities if no one's scoring, but that's not what they want. They want the wrestlers to decide it on the mat. Let that be the ultimate decision. And they really do a great job and very underappreciated talking about the officials. It's a nasty business. So credit them for getting out there and giving it all they have as well as the wrestlers. And that's going to be a passivity on Lloyd.
His fourth. So 2-1 now for Hardy as he goes back to that 2-on-1 here.
Big toss there for Hardy. He gets caught on his back.
Looked like
I think
Hardy used his leg there, but they're going to go 2 for Lloyd, and he's right into a gut, and he's going to get it. So 5-2 now. There you see Hardy smartly put his head down on the mat. Once your head touches out of bounds, they're going to stop it.
Well, and I think the judge actually saw maybe a trip or a leg foul.
That's what I thought I saw too. Looked like Hardy put his knee into Lloyd to take him over.
Yeah, but the mat chairman didn't confirm it, but the judge definitely had a look on his face as if to say, hey, something wasn't right there. But you know, regardless, it's three-man mechanics.
Yeah.
So 2 out of 3 have to agree. The 2 agreed. 2-2 for Alexander Lloyd, and now it's up to Brock Hardy. He's got to let all hang out here. 45 seconds to go.
As you said, he's got to let it all hang out here.
Well, he's got to be kicking himself because it was his action, his offense that ended up resulting in points for Lloyd, and he was winning 2-1. How about halfway through the second? We've now got 25 seconds left in the match, and Brock Hardy's going to have to open it up here. Going to really need a 4-pointer to win this Fargo title. Can he do it is the question.
Hardy with that 2-on-1, unable to really do anything with it. Lloyd doing a great job of blocking off.
Going out of bounds.
Yeah, that's going to be fleeing the hold, it looks like. Caution in 2.
Yep, caution in 2. 5-4 on the board.
Good call there, looked like.
A point would give the match to Hardy. Any point. He's trying to duck in. He slips off of it. Alexander Lloyd going to be our Fargo champion in Cadet Greco at 132 pounds. You called it. It's a good match, man.
Yeah.
Down to the wire.
Exciting one, yeah.
So that makes 48 Cadet Greco champions for Minnesota. I do believe that puts them one behind Pennsylvania for the most all time. Pennsylvania has 49.